Hey there, flavor adventurers. Welcome back to The Lost Taste, where we dig into bizarre, forgotten, and downright strange foods from American history and ask ourselves, were they actually good or just quirky relics of a bygone era? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and give this video a thumbs up, because we're about to take a wild ride through 14 weird old American dishes your grandparents swore by. Stick around to the end, because I'll ask you a question you'll want to answer in the comments, and I'll tease our next video too. Ready to taste time? Let's go. Frozen pork, beans, and ketchup pops. Picture a hot summer day, kids playing, and grandma parks you in front of the freezer, handing you a popsicle. But instead of fruity or chocolatey, it's frozen pork bits, baked beans, and ketchup. Mid-20th century home cookbooks encouraged turning leftovers into icy treats by freezing a mixture of cooked pork, canned baked beans, and ketchup in popsicle molds. It was about making the most of what you had and offering something cold during warm weather. For that generation, the convenience of canned beans and the novelty of popsicles made this feel modern. For us now, the idea of freezing beans, ketchup, and pork together into a stick might raise eyebrows. The sweet vinegar tang of ketchup, the soft beans, the meaty pork, all frozen stiff. Ingenious, maybe. But would I reach for it? Probably not. Simple supper mold. Next up, the era of food molds. In the 1950s and 60s, dinner could be shaped like a ring, a dome, or a loaf and still feel elegant. The simple supper mold might combine ground meat, peas, carrots, maybe tomato gelatin topping, all pressed in a decorative mold and chilled or baked. The appeal: look sophisticated, prepare ahead, and call it modern. But the texture, firm like a cake, yet entirely savory. Vegetables and meat mingled, the gelatin giving a bounce. For grandparents, impressive. For us, a little unsettling. Dinner masquerading as dessert form. Does it taste bad? Not necessarily. Meat, veggies, sauce, it could hit. But the shape makes you pause. If you want a retro dinner party head-turner, this might work. For every day, I'd pass spinach and egg mold, staying in mold territory. Imagine a green ring of spinach blended with cream or cheese, eggs stirred in, baked or chilled until set, and topped with hard-boiled egg slices arranged like a flower. The aim: make vegetables glamorous, present dinner with style, impress guests. For grandparents, yeah, that looked fresh. For us, the green solid mass with egg slices seems more hospital cafeteria than dinner delight. Flavor-wise, spinach, egg, cream, or cheese, fine. But the form and texture, odd. If you're going full retro, maybe give it a shot. Otherwise, move on. Crown roast of frankfurters. Now, here's a twist. The crown roast form, typically for lamb or pork ribs, applied to frankfurters, hot dogs. You take a bunch of hot dogs, arrange them upright or in a circle like a roast, maybe stuff the middle with mashed potato or peas, and bake them. For grandparents, clever, economical, fun. For us, the novelty is the spectacle, not the flavor elevation. Hot dogs get roasted, maybe crispy edges, and you serve like a fancy roast. But it screams retro-themed more than wow. Would you try it? If you're hosting a novelty night, yes. For everyday diner, probably not. Hot mushroom barbecue sauce. Here we shift to condiments. In a time when canned mushrooms were very common and barbecue was gaining popularity, some cookbooks suggested making a barbecue sauce with mushrooms in it. Sautéed or canned mushrooms, ketchup or tomato sauce, Worcestershire, hot sauce, maybe a bit of sugar, and serve over grilled meat. For grandparents, an innovative twist. For us, mushrooms in BBQ sauce aren't unheard of nowadays, but the texture and expectation might throw you. The sauce probably tastes smoky sweet. The mushrooms add chew. If you like mushrooms and BBQ, worth a try. If not, pass. Meatloaf. Jell-O. Brace yourself. This is the moment where gelatin and meat combine in a way that gives you pause. In mid-century cookbooks, some suggested slicing meatloaf and embedding it into a savory gelatin mold, or layering meatloaf with gelatin layers. Then you serve chilled or lightly warmed. For grandparents, make ahead, present with flair, stretch meatloaf into something more. For us, meat in wobbly gelatin triggers the uncanny valley of food. Flavor-wise, the meatloaf base might be solid, breadcrumbs, onion, beef, seasonings, but the gelatin shell, texture odd. Have you ever eaten meat that wiggles? Drop your story in the comments below. I want to hear your weird retro food experiences. Meanwhile, onward to the pasta combo. Pork with spaghetti supper. Usually you pair spaghetti with tomato sauce, maybe meatballs. But in older American homes, someone thought, let's serve pork chunks or leftover roast pork with spaghetti, perhaps in a tomato ketchup sauce or tomato cream sauce, with peas or carrots mixed in. For grandparents, practical, pork is cheap, spaghetti is cheap, combine them to feed the family. For us, the flavor combo is fine, but the sauce base of ketchup or tomato cream and the leftover pork chunks gives a mid-century cafeteria vibe. If you're curious about retro pasta, it's interesting. If you expect modern pasta flair, look elsewhere. Salmon shortcake. You know, strawberry shortcake. Now transpose that into a savory version. A biscuit or scone-like base mixed or topped with salmon flakes, canned or fresh, maybe herbs, baked or pan-fried, served warm with a creamy sauce or lemon garnish. For grandparents, repurpose canned salmon into something fancy. For us, the idea of a shortcake being savory is odd but intriguing. Flavor-wise, salmon plus biscuit plus cream sauce can work. Texture and naming, though, you'll raise an eyebrow. If you like salmon and biscuits, this one might shine. If you're expecting strawberry version, you will be surprised. Almonds in a haystack appetizer. Let's take a fun appetizer. Almonds, slivered or whole, tossed in either a cheese, cream cheese, or honey or cracker coating, then piled into a haystack of shredded phyllo, fried potato sticks, or vermicelli. You serve bite-sized at the cocktail hour. For grandparents, charming, textured appetizer, conversation piece. For us, the name is cute, texture fun, flavor depends on coating, more snack than meal. If you're hosting, this is a good retro throwback. If you're cooking for everyday dinner, maybe skip. Prune stuffed pork. Back to main dishes. A butterflied pork roast or loin stuffed with dried plums, prunes, maybe apples or onions. Herbs like sage or thyme, rolled and roasted. In mid-century America, sweet plus savory combos and dried fruit stuffings were in vogue. For grandparents, comforting, slightly upscale. For us, prunes might trigger associations with digestive aid, but the pork plus prune combo actually works. Sweet fruit, juicy meat, savory seasoning. I'd rank this among the better weird ones. If you're up for it, try it. Next, seafood mode. Lobster and sole, whatever this is. Vintage recipe books sometimes include a dish listing lobster tails, sole fillets, and then something like whatever this is, aspic, sliced vegetables, canned mushroom caps, layered in a mold, covered with cream sauce or aspic, chilled or warmed. For grandparents, high-end seafood made into a showpiece. For us, the name alone sets off alarm bells, and the molded fish plus gelatin presentation is unusual. Flavor-wise, lobster plus sole plus cream could be excellent, but the form, slices of fish set in gelatin, that takes guts. If you're curious, go ahead. If you value normal presentation, skip. Rosy fruit cocktail slices, now dessert or side dish time. Canned fruit cocktail, peaches, pears, cherries, pineapple, grapes, was everywhere. A fun retro recipe, drain the fruit, mix with cherry or strawberry flavored gelatin, chill until firm, then slice like a loaf and serve with whipped cream. For grandparents, cheerful, colorful, easy ahead. For us, texture is odd, but nostalgia is real. Flavor, sweet canned fruit, plus jelly, plus maybe cream, not gourmet, but memorable. If you want retro dessert vibes, this delivers. Creamed veggie-filled pancakes with canned peach garnish. This one is funky. Take pancake or crepe-style rounds, fill them with creamed mixed vegetables, peas, carrots, maybe mixed veggies in a white sauce, Fold or roll them. Place them in a dish. Pour more cream sauce over. Warm or bake. And top with canned peach slices. For grandparents, seamed balanced, vegetables, fruit garnish, pancake wrapper. For us, savory pancake plus sweet fruit garnish is a mismatch but intriguingly retro. Flavor-wise, creamed veggies in pancake shell could be rich. Texture, soft pancake, creamy filling, juicy fruit. It's odd, but maybe fun. If you like retro cooking experiments, give it a go. Monterey soufflé salad. Finally, this dish tries to merge a soufflé with a salad. Vegetables, broccoli, asparagus, mushrooms, peas, chopped, mixed with mayonnaise or cheese sauce and gelatin, whipped or lightly baked so it rises, then chilled and served sliced or scooped on lettuce or greens, sometimes with bacon bits or cheddar. For grandparents, looked fancy, included vegetables in a showpiece form, fit the mold salad trend. For us, salad evokes fresh greens. This is more like a savory jiggly cake of veggies and mayo gelatin. Flavor-wise, veggies plus cheese mayo plus bacon, good. Texture, form, odd. Among the weirdness, this one is less shocking but still retro. Vegetables, broccoli, asparagus, mushrooms, peas, chopped, mixed with mayonnaise or cheese sauce and gelatin, whipped or lightly baked so it rises, then chilled and served sliced or scooped on lettuce or greens, sometimes with bacon bits or cheddar. For grandparents, looked fancy, included vegetables in a showpiece form, fit the mold salad trend. For us, salad evokes fresh greens. This is more like a savory jiggly cake of veggies and mayo gelatin. Flavor-wise, veggies plus cheese mayo plus bacon, good. Texture, form, odd. Among the weirdness, this one is less shocking but still retro. Alright, flavor adventurers, we've journeyed through 14 bizarre, forgotten dishes from American culinary history. Frozen pork, beans and ketchup pops, simple supper mold, spinach and egg mold, crown roast of frankfurters, hot mushroom barbecue sauce, meatloaf jello, pork with spaghetti supper, salmon shortcake, almonds in a haystack appetizer, prune stuffed pork, lobster and sole, whatever this is, rosy fruit cocktail slices, creamed veggie-filled pancakes with canned peach garnish, and Monterey soufflé salad. Which one startled you the most? Which would you try, and which would you politely decline? Drop your answer below in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. If you loved this deep dive into retro oddities, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and ring the bell so you don't miss future culinary time machine videos. And don't forget, check out our next video where we'll dig into lost breakfast cereals of the 1960s. You won't want to miss it. Just a friendly reminder, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It's designed to spark curiosity and maybe inspire a kitchen experiment, but it's not a substitute for professional culinary or medical advice. If you have dietary restrictions or allergies, always consult a qualified expert before trying unusual or retro foods. Thanks for watching The Lost Taste. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next culinary time machine ride. Happy tasting!